Kick-ass facts, species named after famous people. Pew, 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 pew. This is going to be an orgy of mispronunciations. Aliodes shakira is a wasp species named after, you guessed it, Shakira. The scientists who discovered the wasp in the eastern Andes mountains of Ecuador have explained that the name was inspired by a specific and fascinating behavior. This species of wasp is a parasitoid. To breed, they lay their eggs inside another animal. In this case, it's a species of caterpillar, and the larvae actually hatch inside the caterpillar. This causes the caterpillar's body to twist and shout in a way that reminded them of Shakira's famous dance moves. Plantina beyonce is a horsefly discovered in 1981 but not named and described until 2011. It has a distinctively shiny bum due to a dense patch of blonde hairs on its abdomen. The link to Beyonce is a combination of the fact that the shiny bum reminded the researchers of her song Bootylicious, and also because they thought it was the all-time diva of flies. There are over 40 species of animals, plants, and even protists, unicellular microscopic organisms, named after Sir David Attenborough, including Attenborough's rubber frog, Prisemantis attenboroughi, Attenborough's pitcher plant, Nepenthes attenboroughi, and the burgundy snail, Attenborarian rubicundus. Why does rubicundus sound like a dirty word? All 4 members of Queen have a damselfly named after them. This was done to mark the 40th anniversary of the founding of the band. Heteragrion Freddie Mercury, henceforth known as H. A heteragrion is H. H. Brian May, H. Roger Taylor I, and H. John Deacon I. Sari Comermex Radiohead. Is it Radiohead E? Radiohead I? How's the I pronounced? Oh, for fuck's sake. Radiohead. Also named after the whole band, but only one species this time. It is an ant, and it was named in recognition of the positive work the band does, rather than a specific aspect of the animals. The authors explained that the name was chosen in appreciation of the band's long-standing efforts in environmental activism, especially in raising climate change awareness, and in honor of their music, which was an excellent companion during long hours at the microscope while conducting taxonomic revisions of ants. The female of this species has a white crystal-like layer covering their bodies. Pink Floydia, finally, a fucking easy one. Again named after the whole band, but this time the band has a whole taxonomic group named after them, Pink Floyd. It is a genus of orb weaver spiders. According to the biologist who named them, they wanted a name that reflected the uniqueness of the spiders, who have a very distinctive physical feature, and thought that the eclectic style of the band did just that. Etmopterus benchlei, ninja lantern shark, which is kind of the coolest name ever, is named after Peter Benchley, the author of the 1974 novel Jaws. As well as creating the world's most famous shark, Benchley has also become very outspoken in his ocean conservationism, particularly for sharks. This is due in part to some regret he expressed over the contribution of his novel to the negative perception of sharks. Nanaria swiftae, Taylor Swift, a millipede in North America, was one of the 17 new millipede species named in one paper, and Swiftae was chosen because the lead author of the study, Dr. Derek Hennon, is a Swiftie, a fan of Taylor Swift. He also named a species after his wife, the Marianni, as a small thank you to her for all their patience when taking a nature hike and I stopped to look for millipedes. Bachellelia Daft Punka, named after Daft Punk. This flatworm gained its name when scientists realized that it's also what's coming up is what I'm going to be calling pork and beans from now on. Copulatory stylet. Come on. It looked a little like the helmets the band uses to conceal their identities during performances. I can't believe I just got an unsolicited copulatory stylet pic. Rolls off the tongue. Greta Thunberg has multiple species named after her due to her work fighting climate change. I'm not even going to try. These include a rain frog, a snail, a spider, a beetle, and a whole genus of huntsman spiders. Steve Irwin and his father Bob spotted an unknown turtle while they were crocodile catching. Knowing that it was unusual, they took it to a turtle expert who subsequently named it after Steve, Elsea irwini. Irwin also has a species of snail named after him called Crikey, Steve Irwini. Irwini? I don't know. Idris elba. I can pronounce that one. Idris elba, technically, the parasitic wasp species, is named Idris elba. It is not named after Idris elba. If it were a true patronym, then the species would be elbai, or elbai. The original description has no mention of Idris Elba, the actor, yet there are articles stating that the species was named after him, but those are all bullshit. Agra Kate Winsleti is a beetle species named after Kate Winslet because of her role in the classic film Titanic. Scientists said her character didn't go down with the ship. A tree's been named after Leonardo DiCaprio for his help in saving a rainforest from logging. It's a tropical evergreen tree from Cameroon. The plant species was new to science in 2022 and has been named Uvariopsis DiCaprio. Angelina Jolie has a species of trapdoor spiders named after her. The species is of nocturnal arthropods. They seize their prey after leaping out of their burrows and inject them with venom. Professor Jason Bond named it after Angelina Jolie in recognition for her work in the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. In 2012, scientists at Duke University named a newly identified genus of ferns after getting inspired by Lady Gaga's 2010 Grammy Award outfit, a heart-shaped outfit that looked exactly like the bisexual reproductive stage of ferns. The fern carries the name Gaga germinata, based on the singer's real-life name. Last one. Dr. David Lake, paleontologist, discovered an ancient creature with scissor-like claws and named it in honor of his favorite movie star, Johnny Depp. The fossil, called Cutenicella deppi, was around 505 million years old and a distant ancestor of lobsters and scorpions. He named it after Depp for his role in Edward Scissorhands.